8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politica Hawk alongside my guys, Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moya Fit, Chris Wilson. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Friday evening, courtesy of All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Gentlemen, how are we doing this evening?
It's raining. It's raining a lot. A lot of craziness going on right now, but we still gonna make it do what it do in the world of professional wrestling. So it's gonna be an exciting weekend.
Yeah, no, for sure. Real fast, shout out to everyone in Northeast Philly who was affected by that absolutely insane plane crash that happened earlier this afternoon. It was about 5 minutes from my house, so something that affected my area, but shout out to everyone, and hopefully everyone came out unscathed.
Yeah, definitely. Prayers out to everybody in the Northeast Philly area. A location that in my early 20s, mid 20s, used to be in that area a lot. So, definitely hits home uh, a lot. And, just what, also send my prayers out, to everyone, in the area, and my prayers out to those unfortunate and the tragedy that occurred. But we're here. Friday night is always our time to talk that turnbuckle talk, and hopefully tonight, we could be a way of taking someone's attention off the unfortunate scene that took place in Northeast, and talk that pro wrestling, because it is a Royal Rumble weekend. So we'll be discussing that a little bit later, as far as getting everybody's predictions of who's going to win, especially the men's and women's Royal Rumble match. But first, we do have some news to share that broke this past Wednesday, which was one, Paul Triple H Levesque is going to be inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame of class of 2025. I thought this was pretty cool to hear. One, Triple H officially announced as the first member of the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2025, following a surprise reveal at the WWE headquarters on Wednesday. Both Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker were in attendance to make the surprise reveal. One, Connecticut Blue Blood / the King of Kings / the Cerebral Assassin / the Game, former DX member, now the CCO of the WWE. Gentlemen, this news was broke. Your thoughts, and who do you believe will be to induct one Triple H into the Hall of Fame? Joey, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so just first, this is his second induction, right? Because he was DX is already in, right, as a whole. Okay. Yes. Well deserved. I think it was cool that they were able to do it without his knowing. I think that was very cool. Just because, like, his role in the company, it might come off as a little egotistical had he been the one to announce it. So I like how they did it. In terms of who it is, there's so many names that you could pick, like his feud with Taker. He had a feud with, like, everyone back in that late 90s, early 2000s. He's had a feud with The Rock. He's had a feud with Austin. Right. Obviously, the easy choice is Shawn Michaels, and that's probably who it's going to be. Had there not been a rift kind of in Ric Flair and WWE's relationship, I would say he's also a good choice. I would have picked Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels to do it together, just because they both played a big part in his career. But knowing what we know right now, I think it's going to be Shawn Michaels.
I actually think it's going to be HBK as well. Chris, your thoughts on who would induct Triple H to the Hall of Fame?
I would think it has to be Shawn Michaels because, like I said, they're best friends. Number one, Shawn Michaels had a big hand in Triple H leveling up in the world of pro wrestling to where he honestly was the guy who believed in Triple H to be more than what he was at the time in wrestling, playing the Connecticut Blue Blood, guy. So he was like, no, this guy's more than that. And once he showed his true self, it was it's been off to the races ever since. So Shawn was that first guy to really believe in him, to know he was more than what he was. And like I said, they have the longest history from DX, to like I said, being best friends and everything. So yeah, it would have to be 100% Shawn Michaels. Like I said, yeah, it would have been Ric Flair with Shawn, I believe. Like Joey said, if Ric Flair didn't have the issues with WWE has right now. And of course, as a caveat, Stephanie would be another obvious choice, being his wife and their history together. But I think, as far as in ring, outside the ring, I think Shawn, HBK would be the obvious choice.
So let me ask you guys a question though. If just say they came out and they were like, Shawn's too obvious. It's too obvious of a choice. That story's already been written 1,000 times. Best friends, the clique, DX, we gotta pick someone different. If you're WWE, who are you picking? Not Shawn Michaels.
Not WWE.
That's not what you mean. That's not WWE.
No, it's not Shawn. If you're WWE and you're saying
not Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is just too much of the obvious choice. You know what I mean? It's like
I would Shawn. I know what you mean. I probably would go Kevin Nash.
I was literally just thinking that it has to be Nash then, because Nash is his other best friend.
Yeah.
I think he's like somebody's godfather. I don't know if Triple H is his kid's godfather or Kevin Nash is Triple H kid's godfather. They one of them. They're really tight. So
yeah, I wouldn't mind Kevin Nash. I do think he's been very vocal and says whatever he feels the past couple of years. I don't know if that would hurt him bringing him back in. But yeah, I mean that would be pretty cool. I don't know. There's just he's had good feuds with so many different people. It's so hard to pinpoint someone. A name that I would like, maybe they do a mashup of a whole bunch of people. A name that I would be interested in seeing just because he really helped make his career is Randy Orton. You think what Randy Orton is now, who knows where he would be had Triple H not kind of take him under his wing and really help build him up those first couple of years in his career.
Right.
Yeah. No, Randy definitely owes his, not going to say his whole career, but definitely the launching of his career to Triple H, Ric Flair, and those guys to legitimize him. Because when he first got on, he was just floundering. Like, you see, he had all the talent and he had something there, but he just couldn't put it together. Once he lined up with Evolution, it all of a sudden started to make sense. Like, he just got that swagger that he needed to make himself.
I got a left field. I
got real quick before you got left field. How funny would it be, bro, if they had the guy that they originally kicked out? What was his name?
Oh goodness, Jindrak.
Just say they had Jindrak come out to start doing his speech for him, and Triple H comes on the mic and says, "You're not the guy I wanted," and he just walks off, and they bring someone else on. That would just be comedy gold.
See, that would be amazing. You kind of leaning towards my answer, and I think it would be, in a way, it would be good for shits and giggles now, because in light of what happened, you know what I mean, Stone Cold would be a good choice to you know what I mean, to help induct Triple H. Because think about it. Remember back at that time, if it wasn't for the whole click celebration at MSG,
he would have won the
He'd have won the King of the Ring. Meanwhile, because of that incident that literally catapulted Stone Cold's career in WWE.
Austin 316 happened because of me.
Yeah,
How,
yeah. I
how
feel like
about
it'll be
Cody Rhodes
appropriate.
too with the throne breaker? Look where
Right,
he's at now,
right.
face of the company.
Yep. That'd
Like
be cool, yeah.
I could
Yeah.
see Stone Cold now like being on the stage like if it wasn't for his fuck ups,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be standing here today.
If it
So
wasn't for
thank
the
you.
click thinking they're a bigger deal than they were.
Exactly. Like that would be
To be fair
it'll
though,
be hilarious now.
looking back though now, well obviously with closer to Mania, we'll probably have a whole show dedicated to Triple H because of all that he's done. But to be fair, like that was such a silly reason to push them down the totem pole.
No, it was.
A
It
house
was.
show, a
But I
house
know.
show after the show was over, like they got it
Yeah.
approved.
Yeah. They don't. It's just because kayfabe was such a huge thing
Yeah.
back then, and like no, it was no like social media still wasn't even a thing back then. It was still it was internet, but wasn't no social
Yeah.
media yet.
You
So that
had
was
more bootlegging going on
yeah,
at the
yeah, a
time.
lot of bootlegging. So you didn't. So like I didn't know nothing about that incident until Sean and Triple H actually showed it on a Monday Night Raw episode, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" I never
Yeah.
knew I never knew they did that because I wasn't. I was still young as hell. I wasn't in dirt sheets and all that. I just went strictly by what I saw on TV. So I was like, they did this because I always wondered how did Triple H and Sean become so close all of a
Right.
sudden. Like all of a sudden they were just like best of friends on TV. I'm like, huh? Out of all people, Triple H.
Well, wasn't
And then
Sean champion when this happened?
yes,
Yeah.
So think about that. The only person they could really punish was Triple H.
that's what I'm saying. They said
Nash and Hall left.
were gone.
Sean was champion.
So Triple H got this shit.
That's insane.
That's some shit though. It's like he got this shit, and then now he's family. It's like years later he's marrying a daughter.
Political
It's just
correctness.
like,
He's banging the boss's daughter.
yeah, like jeez.
No, this that would be wild. It would be nice. What if? I mean, for Triple H, I don't think just one person can come up and speak on his behalf.
I agree.
I think there has to be multiple people to get made to take the podium and speak before he's inducted. Like
I think a name like names like Tiffy and stuff like that, I think would also be cool to see talk. Like if we're doing like a mashup, just because like names like that who he's taken from, just plucked them out of nothing. Never did wrestling a day in their life, and now they're having a viable career in wrestling. You know, I think someone like that would be cool to hear also how Triple H changed their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to those twins you trying to sign? Those girls, what are you trying to sign? Twin
Didn't they
girls?
recommit back to school?
Oh, okay, I'm about to say they were like athletes too, weren't they?
Yeah, they were basketball players from Miami.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
But I think because of COVID, they get an extra year, and they were making too much money with NIL.
Ah, gotcha.
Love that NIL money.
Mm.
Love that money. Say no.
They probably like we making how much NXT? No,
Yeah,
we
right.
good.
No,
We gotta take bumps in NXT. No, we'll stay in basketball.
like we'll wait.
Yeah.
Give us another season.
Yeah.
Nah, but shout out to Mr. Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, being
The reign of
inducted
terror
into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2025. Before we go to into the Royal Rumble, who I think should be the next inductee for the 2025 Hall of Fame class.
I think, and what to say, I think it should revolve around him a little bit. So I think somebody who deserves their own Hall of Fame, who's already been inducted in the Hall of Fame, that has connections to Triple H, should be X-Pac. X-Pac deserves his
Wasn't he in it? I think he's in it 3 times.
He's in it with the NWO.
He's in it with himself.
Generation X. He'll be the first 3-time inductee, but it'd be well deserved. In ring talent wise, he was their go-to guy as a litmus test of if you were going to hang with the boys or not in the business, in the ring. It was like, all right, if you can survive him, if you like this, if we see that because as they said, it was almost impossible to have a bad match with him. But he said, if you did, then you suck. But he was, the guy that everybody, like the new up and coming talent, they had to go through X-Pac first. So like this, and think about his like stats like this: tag team champion, cruiserweight champion, European champion. Like there's like he has a legit single Hall of Fame legacy. Like you got people in the Hall
That's
of
a
Fame
slippery slope, don't you think? Like him being the first 3-time.
who like it doesn't matter. Like
Like
that's
when
just
you think of 3-time, like I get like the WWE Hall of Fame isn't real and it's all
gotta say it's about to
objective.
say, dude, this
But
is not.
the name when
It's
you
just
think of
It's
X
real to
Pac,
me, damn it.
when you think of X Pac, do you think he like that's a man who deserves to be the first 3-time? Like maybe like I
yeah,
know
yeah. Why
maybe
not?
if you do evolution overall.
It's because he's been in different stables, and it is honestly, it's not his fault. He's been in two stables that were the biggest stables
Yeah.
in that modern time. He just happens to be best friends with those guys who were in the two most popular stables at the time. It just is what it is. And but say, and he was that good in the ring to where you have to give him his flowers. Like he was good, and he was something that was different. He was this skinny, high flying kid who was like hanging with the big guys. Remember, guys like him was not supposed to stick around, or were like one like the old pervy guy didn't care about guys like him. You had to be this big, jacked, 6'5" dude to get any
That he
type
could
of
name toys after.
yeah, exactly. So it's like this skinny, scrawny kid to come in the scene and be backflipping and taking bumps the way he was and become as popular as he did.
He
Like
really
he
would.
deserves flowers.
He really would be a 3-time Hall of Famer. The wild part is he went into the Hall of Fame back to back 2 years in a row.
Yeah, from DX to NWO. Like I said, it comes. Like I said, he's a guy who deserves it because he's a guy too who has the dreaded term of X-Pac heat. What's his name? Which was not a good thing. But like now everybody is starting to appreciate him of like, no, this guy was the shit. We just hated on him.
They do a lot though, is like they have their headliner, and the people who are in around the headliner usually have a lot to do with the area,
Yeah.
So maybe I'm trying to think of Vegas.
I said, who's from Vegas?
Maybe not really Vegas, but more like
West Coast.
Yeah, or like more showman. I don't know, like people like that, but maybe something like that.
I just thought X-Pac would be a great choice. I would have said Batista, but to me, I think Batista is also a headliner. So I don't know if Batista.
I don't think Batista's too volatile right now, considering the stuff he said and stuff like that. Like around the elections, I think they'd wait a year to let kind of his.
But I suppose also too, like I said, I think Batista's a headliner. I don't think he's going to come in.
Yeah, I agree.
Underneath anybody, so
that's why I kind of wish this year was Bray.
Yeah, Bray would have been a great choice.
Because last year they didn't want to do it because they didn't want to feel like they were just doing it just because. But you're a whole year removed now. I think it would have been a good time to do it.
I think there's a good chance it could still, he could still potentially get in.
Let us say, it still might happen this year.
Yeah, I mean, Triple H was one of the few people that believed in him. He brought him back. So
absolutely. Man, Sean Waltman being a 3-time Hall of Famer. That would be crazy.
I know, but think about it. It's possibly going to happen.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's possibly going to happen. And you think about it because these other people who have to probably go in 3 times. Like Shawn Michaels technically could go in one more time if his partner wasn't so toxic.
With Marty.
Yeah. The Rockers are a Hall of Fame tag team.
They are.
But like, you can't, like, are you going to do that? Because MJ is,
he might start going off the rails.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, go cut the mic. They're going to be like, cut the feed.
Yeah. I once killed a man.
Well, Flair will be a 3-timer, right? 4 Horsemen.
Himself,
and then Evolution.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people who could be potentially 3-time Hall of Famers.
Interesting.
Triple H will be.
Triple H, Evolution, DX, himself.
Damn, that's wild. Like, to really think about that. Like that's really wild. I guess who could, aside from that, like who else could potentially be like that? First name that probably jumped in my head could be like JBL or Simmons. Cause think about the APA themselves. And then when they used to run with Taker, if they really wanted to go that
I don't
far,
think they're gonna do. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna
they
do that.
probably won't.
Yeah, because that Ministry of Darkness stable, even though it was a thing, it wasn't.
They was as big as the Wu-Tang Clan. Everybody was in that stable. They had acolytes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who else.
Acolytes, APA,
Viscera.
Big Daddy V,
Right, R.I.P.
RP.
But yeah, we about to go out the rails on the Hall of Fame talk. But let's jump into Saturday. Royal Rumble going down.
My favorite PLE.
6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time, streaming on Peacock, Netflix international wise. Overall, Chris, I'll start with you. Your thoughts on the lineup rollout.
It's an interesting lineup. Number one, like there's actually gonna be a tag team championship match.
First one since Mania.
Yo, it's crazy to think about. That shows you how tag team wrestling has not been a huge deal in WWE. But it's crazy because they got really good tag teams like this. This match is gonna be fire. Like these people, if you know these guys, what they can do in the ring and the chemistry they have with each other, this match is gonna be fire. The thing about it is you gotta build anticipation to people actually give a damn about it. What's the name? So these are 4 smaller guys, even though Tommaso is jacked out of his mind. What's the name? There's smaller guys, but like they're great in the ring. Like this, they're entertaining. And the fact that I'm glad they're getting the light shine on them because they deserve it. How else are people going to care unless you put some type of spotlight on them? And I'm not saying this is going to be the best match of the night, but they can steal the show simply by just doing what they do best. So it's like, the lineup is cool because everything revolves around the Royal Rumble anyway. So it's like, all you need is 2 decent matches leading up to the big 2. It doesn't have to be great matches, but as long as there's good, like damn, that was a good match. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Joey. Overall, your thoughts in the excuse me, the lineup rollout for Saturday.
So it starts at 6, right?
Yeah.
Which to me is strange considering there's only 4 matches. This is gonna be I get the Rumble's typically an hour and a half match, but this is gonna be ending at 9:00, 10:00. It's a weird pay-per-view, but this match here is gonna be good. I think if we're picking, I think DIY retains. I think at this point they already held the belt once. I'd much rather see them get the titles back at a Mania, get their Mania moment, because they've done everything. I'm talking about Motor City Machine Guns. I'd love to see them get it back at a Mania, get that Mania moment.
Got you. Chris, who you as far as winning this 2 out of 3 falls match, DIY going up against the Motor City Machine Guns, who you got winning?
DIY, and they should win. I hope they win. They better win. Like these guys are so good. I know people still want to see a one-on-one match between Tommaso and Johnny Gargano because they keep thinking about the NXT days. I'm like, let that go for right now. They're a great tag team. Let them build a tag team. Let them bring some prestige to these titles. If they hot potato it back to the Motor City Machine Guns, I'm be pissed. It's like come on, we don't need them. There's 3 hours with the point of the rest of that. Okay.
Shout out B from Game Changer Weekly checking in. Appreciate you checking in.
What's the name? But yeah, they're like this. It's gonna be good. They're gonna be moving fast. They're gonna be hard hitting. It's gonna be a lot of they call catch wrestling type stuff. It's gonna be a lot of reversals, a lot like this, a lot of maneuvering. This match is gonna be fire. This is the match I think people will finally start to pay attention. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be all in to tag team wrestling again in WWE, but with these guys, they can be oh, this could be a not the same level as New Day and Usos, but it can be close to that because they got the in-ring ability too. They're actually better wrestlers than those, honestly. Like now we're going to like Kofi's and shit. But like wrestling wise, like they're actually better wrestlers than the Usos and New Day. So this with their familiarity with each other, like is like this can be a really good rivalry. So I hope they remain champs. I hope this ends still, but this match is gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with DIY retaining the championship Saturday. And I'm only going based off of what I just witnessed moments ago on tonight's episode of SmackDown. If anybody care to wanting to know, I don't want to be a spoiler alert. But Tama Tonga was just walking in the back and he saw the tag team titles laid out, and just had like this seconds of a glance at the titles. So it looks like that's something that they're teasing of, them potentially getting back into the tag title contention. I know his partner Tonga Iowa is out, and who knows, maybe it might be Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu time to go for the tag team titles, if they happen to hold on to them after the Rumble, which I do think they will. So I got DIY winning the 2 out of 3 falls matchup. So I think we're going right into the ladder match, and I think we're all in agreement that Kevin Owens will win, right? It's like, no.
Yep, definitely.
For sure. It's like, no. I think Cody's gonna, of course, is going to win this. They actually had a moment tonight where Kevin Owens had took the wing title back. Like, so I'm like, all right, so are we down to the one title to the actual undisputed Universal Championship?
I want the wing title back.
Yeah, I do too. I seeing it more now, I'm like, yeah, they might want to go back to that title. Yeah. Although the Universal Championship not that bad, but it's not something about the classic though. Like, the wicked title. So, but no, Joey, who you got winning this ladder match?
So I hate to say this because it pains me. Cody's winning, but we're getting Sammy and Owens at Mania, aren't we?
Yep.
It's possible.
Yep.
So Sammy's gonna come out and inadvertently cost Owens the match. Owens is gonna run in at the Rumble and cost Sammy the match, and we got our WrestleMania match set up for Owens and Sammy.
Wouldn't this be their second match at WrestleMania if it were to happen this way?
I mean, I'm not mad. I don't know if they did it before, but I'm not mad because they are excellent with each other.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I think they fought in the Pandemic Mania.
No, the Pandemic Mania was
I was thinking about the Performance Center.
No, that was Owens and Shane.
That's right.
It was Owens and Shane?
No.
Rollins.
Remember he jumped off the WrestleMania sign?
I thought it was Owens and Rollins.
All right.
Was that Owens and Seth?
It was Shane. Remember Owens kept getting fired and they kept coming back in and
yeah.
Look it up real fast, Hawk.
Somebody look that up.
Yeah, Owens defeated Zayn after Zayn interfered with Owens and Big E's tag match. Wait, that's not it.
Look this up. I swear it was. I remember we ran up the sign and did the front flip cannonball.
Yeah, it was at WrestleMania. It was
they did play WrestleMania
21. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Seth?
It was Kevin Owens. He defeated Sami Zayn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's how I remember seeing that match. If I'm not mistaken. So what was that? That was Tampa.
Yeah.
21?
In 2021.
2021.
Yeah, no.
That was the year. That was the year after everything shut down.
Right.
What was 2020's WrestleMania?
That was. I'd have to go back. All right.
No, you're right. It wasn't Shane because Shane was when they jumped off the cage, right?
Yeah.
Right, Sheens, when they did the Hell in the Cell?
I believe that is correct. Sorry, I'm pulling it up now. I thought that was man. Elevated music.
That I did that on purpose.
We're gonna get us flagged, man.
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped. I just wanted to play that one part.
Where the hell's the damn card? Sorry.
Oh my God, Drewski is gonna be in Philly doing auditions.
Is he?
Yeah, he's gonna be here tomorrow at 3:00 at Huntington Park.
Bro, those videos are freaking incredible.
All right, hold up. That page just crashed. All right, somebody else will have to take a look at it. Anyway, before we even go way left on that, but ladder match. So everybody got Cody.
Yes.
Where the hell Joey go?
I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you looking it up?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to. The way it's set up on this wiki page is weird.
No, that's where I was looking. I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
All right, here we go. Yeah, that year was Rollins, and the year after was Zayn. But that year, I don't remember Sami Zayn beating Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh yeah,
Championship.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
that whole COVID era feels like a blur.
It's a blur. It is.
Crazy part was honestly that might have been the best wrestling going on. It's like, and
it was a fun time because like, not to get off topic here, but everything else shut down. There was no sports. TV production shut down. The only thing that kept going was WWE.
Yeah.
And UFC.
And AEW. Okay.
Well, yeah. MMA, obviously, they were able to adapt and do the Fight Island. But wrestling, I mean, like, overall, was the only thing that stayed alive and kicking. I remember the day the world shut down, GCW ran a show at the Voltage Lounge. And like it was the day everything shut down. They were like talking about how they were going to get shut down because they were over capacity and stuff.
Right. Shoot, I remember when it struck in the NBA. Like, me and my uncle went to the
eerie, bro.
Yeah, like I think they played the Pistons that night, and after that game, the NBA shut down.
Remember, it was the Spurs versus that fucking idiot, the Jazz.
It was Utah
because that dumb fuck Rudy Gobert said that COVID wasn't a big deal, and then rubbed all the mics, and that jackass tested positive for COVID.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. I remember that.
Yeah, that was wild. Pandemic era. It's definitely gonna be a time you going back to tell the children.
Bro, here's the crazy thing though. Since COVID, there's been about 7 or 8 things that's gone on constantly that is going to be in history books in future times. Like, I was alive during such and such. I was also alive during such and such. Like, we don't realize how much history shit we've lived through that we're going to tell our grandkids and stuff about.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Like 9/11 and like Donald Trump becoming president. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the movie star? Like that. Like, that's what we're going to live through and stuff. Like, it's crazy.
Right. But yeah, let's move on into the women's match at the Royal Rumble.
This one's hard.
It's hard. It's also like still kind of airy. Like who's all going to?
There's only 10 names, right?
So far, as like you talking about, like mentioned.
Yeah, because there'll be a bunch of surprises and
Becky's coming back. We think
Becky.
I
To
can
me,
see a
Becky's
Becky
coming
Lynch
back.
coming back. You know, me return.
Becky, Charlotte.
well, Charlotte was already announced, right?
Yeah.
I was saying like
I think AJ Lee.
I'm about to say if AJ comes, man, that place is gonna go ballistic.
Far as like actual names announced are the following: Bailey, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, Laya Valkyria, Ivy Now, Raquel Rodriguez, and Io Sky.
So that's 10 exactly. So
That's
so guys, I'm not gonna like this pick. I actually hate this pick a lot. Ugh. Charlotte Flair is coming out one.
I knew you was gonna say it, and honestly, that's my pick.
Charlotte Flair is coming out one and winning the whole thing.
Charlotte's the pick. They want to do this. They want to do this Charlotte Tiffy match.
It's the ultimate redemption. She comes out one, proves everyone she's back and healthy and better than ever, and lasts the whole thing. I think she comes out one or two and wins the whole thing. I wouldn't be shocked if Charlotte was one because she was announced and Becky was two.
Well, I mean, kind of. All right, if y'all both got Charlotte, who do y'all think will be the final four?
Charlotte, Becky, possibly Io Sky, and maybe Bailey. They love that four horsewoman shit. So it's like they like to keep that close to the hip for some reason. And then you got the damage control thing between Io and Bailey. So
I'm going Charlotte. If Becky's in it, Becky, Liv, and that fourth is hard. Bianca.
I want to put Bianca, you know, that's my girl, but I just got this weird feeling. Oh, thank you. I got this weird feeling that there's gonna be something with her and Jade going on, so she'll be eliminated. Like she'll be like the final, like maybe 8, but something's gonna happen. She'll get eliminated.
Because I think Charlotte and Bianca are the final 2.
Interesting.
I actually have that. As far as like the actual 4, I'm gonna go Charlotte, Bianca, Naomi, and Liv.
Then you have a Naomi take out Bianca.
Yeah. I think that's when the betrayal happens.
That's the perfect option because I don't know if Naomi Bianca really gets me excited, but if Jade comes back to defend Bianca, a Jade Naomi match excites me and it allows Bianca to still maybe be in a title match at Mania.
What if it's a swerve and Naomi is the one who did it, but is on behalf of Bianca? Like Bianca was the one who gave her the order, and it calls back to the "I did it for the Rock" type thing.
That's a waste though, because like you had a chance to turn Bianca heel when they were all together.
It's never a waste if it's done right.
Yeah,
if it's done right, it's not a waste.
Yeah, I don't know. This one's hard. Also, I wouldn't be shocked if take out Liv and put Alexa in the final 4.
I forgot about Alexa potentially coming back. I honestly forgot all about her.
Interesting.
If she comes back, like, I don't know if this is me just talking as a fanboy here. She had one of the biggest reactions of the night.
Oh yeah.
She might be. She's been gone for a very long time on the low.
Yeah.
And people really liked her. Like I always liked Alexa Bliss. I wasn't her biggest fan, but I liked her character. Like I think just like character wise, she just gets it.
She was good. She was good, not great in the ring, but excellent on the mic. Yeah. And that's what you need in the current platform of WWE.
And that's what you need in wrestling. Yeah, I told you. And especially in WWE, you ain't gotta be the best wrestler. You just gotta be serviceable. But if your character, your charisma backs everything else up, then I'm good.
See, this is even harder than the women's.
This is very like much difficult.
So regardless of who wins, right? I know for a fact it's not going to be Roman.
Let's talk about real quick. Let's just as far as listen so far who's going to be participating. We have John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Logan Paul, Jey Uso, Penta, Braun Breaker, Chad Gable, and Rey Mysterio at this moment.
So I don't think Roman wins, and depending upon what Roman match is at WrestleMania dictates who throws him out. If we're getting Rock back, Rock eliminates Roman. However, I wouldn't be pissed if Jacob was in the Rumble and eliminated Roman to stick up for Solo, and that's the WrestleMania match we'd see. Because them two could put on a fire match. Jacob and Roman. Winning this match.
But I got my pick, but
I'll let you go first, Chris, because I'm still up in the air.
I got my pick now. I'm not 100% confident on it because this is a crazy roar. This is a star-studded, like legit. When I say star, I mean superstar status, like God tier Royal Rumble.
Jey Uso.
Let's stop it. Listen, Jay's my. I like Jay once again, but just not
hating on Jay.
What's his name? I'm going with CM Punk. I'm going with CM Punk. I think he's going to win this because there's so many different caveats to which direction it could go. With him either becoming a world champion or challenging Cody, like it's so many different directions you can use Punk, and Punk will make it work. That's the thing. You gotta have the challenger make it work more than the champion. The champion's already solidified. He's the guy you're chasing. You have to prove yourself as a challenger while people should believe in you to say, yeah, you're going to be the next guy up. Punk can do that better than anybody. So far as people in here, and right now he has no other person he's beefing with particularly to know what cost him the Royal Rumble. Like this, because they seem to kind of went away with him and Drew. Like that's like not going on anymore. They like the Hell in a Cell match, which seemed to be the blow off match. So right now, to me, on paper, it makes sense for him to win the Royal Rumble. And like I said, because what happened last year with him tearing his tricep and all that stuff, it's just once again full circle. It seems like this is the year they would actually do it, and he should have won. God knows how many years ago. The year I think Alberto Del Rio won the Royal Rumble. He should have won it that year. They just hated on him so much. You know, shout out to the clique, but y'all was hating. Well, God, y'all were hating. What's his name? But like this is his time. He deserves it. It's one of the things he's never done. You know, come on, Randy Orton won it twice. Brock Lesnar won it twice. Triple H won it twice. Like there's like guys is like, do they really need to win it again? Like Stone Cold won it 3 times. All 3 times, not mad he won it. It made sense. Right now, to me, CM Punk makes the most sense of who should win. I know people say John Cena is going to have plenty of opportunity to get some type of shot to get at that world championship again. They'll play it out. They're going to stretch it. They're not going to pull the trigger on his first opportunity. They're going to stretch it.
I think they do pull the trigger. I
don't think they are.
Like I could go into like the storylines, but I think WWE's done such a good job at making a storyline viable for any person so far to win the Rumble. You know, Jay just lost to Gunther. He's a legit challenger. Roman wants his belt back. He's a legit challenger. CM Punk to revenge what happened last year. He's a legit challenger. Like every person that's like big name so far has a legit reason as to why they should win the belt, win the Mania to fight for the belt. I'm just looking at logistics standpoint, right? This is the first pay-per-view on Netflix globally, right?
Right.
So this is a big deal for them. What's bigger than having your first pay-per-view close with John Cena, arguably the biggest star you've ever produced, pointing at the WrestleMania sign? You know, going off, and in one corner you have Gunther, one corner you have Cody Rhodes, kind of just like, well, who's he going to pick? And that's how the show ends. I think that really drives home to the fans internationally and overall, like, you better check out WrestleMania because it's Cena. You know what I mean? So I just see from that standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, Cena's the logical choice.
If I would agree with you, if it wasn't for elimination, him being built for Elimination Chamber wasn't already a thing. Like with that, I'm actually going with Chris. I think this is CM Punk's year. I think he's going to win the Rumble. Now that he's getting back to being healthy, I think he's really getting back into the persona of I'm not here to make friends. Like I'm here to make money and win championships. And now that they've already planted the seed with him, Paul Heyman, the favor. So it's like, something is going to escalate with him, and have a long-term storytelling coming up in the near future. With that, I think this is probably the best opportunity for him to win the Rumble and maybe even cash in whatever that favor could be at the Rumble that may also have some involvement with Paul Heyman. Maybe that might be the reason why he won the Rumble and it ended up screwing Roman, and Roman eventually need to have that talk with Heyman, like, listen, you were supposed to be working with me, but remember, I owed him a favor. Like, I can see them going in that direction. But
see, I could see that direction too, Hawk, but I think it backfires. Like, I think the favor definitely transpires at the Rumble. I think the favor is not just a Paul Heyman thing. Roman needed that that fifth person. I think Paul Heyman was acting on behalf of Roman. So when that favor comes to fruition, it's going to be Heyman and Roman. And I think what we could see happen if Punk doesn't win the Rumble is because Punk thinks Heyman and Roman are going to fulfill that promise at the Rumble and help him. And here he actually cost him, and we got a Roman Punk feud heading into Mania.
That could be
now. This all rests solely on the shoulders of, is The Rock going to be at WrestleMania?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which
does that throw the wrench in everything if Rock is at WrestleMania?
Yeah, for sure. One thing Dwayne likes to do is make things difficult when he feels like it. It's my guy, but he's like, nah, I don't want to change
You know
this.
who I am? Because if he's here, I think Rock wins the Rumble, Roman wins the Chamber.
But someone did say they got him at pick number 31.
Yeah, I think Rock wins the Rumble, Roman wins the Chamber. But I think the Chamber this year could be for a belt to set up Rock Roman at WrestleMania.
I don't know, because if Cena falls short at the Rumble, he's definitely in the Chamber.
Yeah, but
I think he's in everything. I think he's in the Chamber. I think he loses at the Chamber. I think goes to Money in the Bank. And the thing about it is, he should win Money in the Bank because he notoriously failed to cash in.
Right. I actually lean in your direction. Yeah.
What's the deal with him? He's back, right?
For the year.
For the year. What does that mean, though? Because, like, the year in WWE standards is technically WrestleMania. They don't operate January to December. They operate Mania to Mania. So what is considered his year?
No, from what I've heard, he's here for like the entire year.
So Mania to Mania or January to December?
January to December.
January to December. He's just 2025. 2025 is a retirement tour year. So 2026, he's not wrestling.
See, that's cheesy then. Unless he wins the belt at Mania, and then you think Mania next year is only in March, he drops at the next Mania.
I don't think that's not. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he's wrestling in 2026. I think he's going to win the championship.
Because I didn't realize that. I thought like Mania to Mania was his cutoff.
No, I think
I think it's a lot less. It's a lot less possible for him to win at Mania.
Yeah, I think he's going to win the championship and then relinquish it. You know, just go out like give him that 17-time championship record.
Maybe at Survivor Series in November.
Yeah, yeah. So, like I said, we'll see. But yeah,
sure.
Like I said, I don't think he's
or even drop it at SummerSlam.
That too.
No, win it.
I mean, win it at SummerSlam.
Win it at SummerSlam. That's what I'm saying. Like he has plenty of time. If he wins the Money in the Bank, and because Money in the Bank is what, July usually.
Yes.
Yeah, you could turn around winning at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is the big summer PLE
in New York.
Yeah, makes sense.
Is it 2 years this year or next year? It's 2 years, 2 days.
I think it's 2 days this year.
I think it's 2 days this year.
So stupid.
Wait, so when are they going to Minnesota? Like, is that still the thing?
Next year.
It's
next year. They owe them one. We owe you guys. We got you.
All right. I was like, we're gonna rain check that for another
year.
Like
they came to their senses. Don't anyone want to go to Minnesota in March. Minnesota is so cold that they have to build bridges inside the building to get building the building on a city block because no one wants to go outside.
Yo, that Midwest cold is different.
Oh yeah,
coming off those lakes up there,
different. I remember I was in Minnesota. I didn't even go to Minnesota. I had a layover in Minnesota. I remember walking out of the tunnel. I'm just like, my God, this is like what is this weather?
let me ask you guys a question because I know we're gonna drop off Chris soon, and who knows how longer we're gonna go for after Chris drops off. But let me ask you this: the main event picture is the best it's been in a while, right? And a lot of these stories don't have a belt, right? Like CM Punk and Drew and CM Punk and Rollins and Kevin Owens right now and Sami Zayn, and doesn't really have a belt involved. You know what I mean? Like it's around the Cody story, but the belt isn't the focal point. It's more the friendship and stuff, right?
Right.
Could you guys, or would you guys be shocked because this seems like the biggest Rumble ever if WWE would a person they're trying to build up? If that makes sense. Because they feel secure enough with their main event picture that none of the main event guys need the Rumble win because stories are already there without the Rumble. That they choose to build an up-and-comer like a Randy Orton when he won, like build him up that way and thrust that on him. Because let's be honest, Punk don't need a Rumble win.
True, but I think we've already seen that, and which is why I believe they're going to go the Punk route. Punk is a bigger name, a ticket purchaser, like for someone to buy a ticket to the show. I think, and this is nothing against like Gunther or even like a Damian Priest. I think they probably fit the category of the build up, and we see how they've now Gunther's still champion, but I think his days are numbered as champion. But like with a Priest, I think they've now transitioned on, and as we see, he's now part of SmackDown. And I don't know. Up until tonight, I was beginning to say I don't know, him going to SmackDown might have been a downgrade, but I like the direction that they're getting ready to go with Damian on SmackDown. But yeah, I think they're especially with the status. Yeah, they go to stick with the top tier star, especially like with their upcoming schedule, going across various countries. Like they want to
that scares me, bro. Like before Rumble could make someone's career and turn them into a star. I think WrestleMania has become such a spectacular now that I don't know if we'll ever see that again.
Right.
like someone be built because of the Rumble. You know, like when Randy Orton won the Rumble, he wasn't a true star yet. He won that Rumble, and that Rumble turned him into a star.
Yeah.
You know, Chris,
that used to be the trend back.
Yeah,
back in the day.
But I think WrestleMania is so big now that you have to have that marquee name win the Rumble to kind of sell those last bit of tickets.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. When you got your now new celeb row with people coming, you know what I mean, coming to the matches, like you're gonna have to sell these tickets. You know, like
speaking of celebrity row, did you hear the idiot Meltzer complain that they showed too many rappers on Monday night?
No. Oh gosh. Like really, dude?
He's an old out of tune dude. Like he just talks to talk.
Yeah,
like,
but if I'm WWE executives, I'm getting amped up that there's that many rappers there, because it's like, okay, we are selling to every population possible. You know what I mean?
And these are people who have millions and millions of fans.
Exactly.
And
fans who honestly, your brand of product isn't always selling to.
Exactly.
So if you can get them there to give you that rub to even get half of their fans, a quarter of their fans, it's worth it.
And you have big name Atlanta rappers like these were the biggest names.
And
wasn't
Quavo there?
Yeah. Quavo, he came out with Jay. Yeah, Quavo, Lil Baby, like this, like these are hottest like I hate him, but Lil Yachty, like what's his name? They were all there, like this, but like these are big name people who have millions and millions of fans and followers on social media.
Because let's not get it twisted. In that mid 2000s, there, it wasn't cool to be a wrestling fan.
Honestly, look, growing up as a kid, it was, you know what I mean.
But like the 90s, it became it became cool again.
Yeah,
and then all the way up is probably like the mid 2000s. Like I would say, like 2007, 2008 on is when it became the back to, oh, you watch wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, and then now it's getting back to, oh, you watch wrestling? That's pretty cool. Such and such was there. You know what I mean? Like it's getting back to that mid 90s feel.
Yeah, I think I see it more. It'd be like, oh, I heard such and such doing this now in wrestling. Like, you know, coming up as a kid, rarely. I ain't gonna say rarely. Like most of my friends didn't really watch it. I think they watched it off the strength of me watching it.
Yeah.
But like the older crowd, it became a little bit more popular to them, especially like when ECW came around.
Yeah.
Then it was like, yo, you watch ECW? Then it's like, I'm like, yeah. So like, but yeah, the Attitude Era definitely did also play a role. Like just that late 99 2000 era. That was just, you know what I mean, on a different level itself. So it was like, you know what I mean, like today, like the world was changing, and the Attitude Era was marching with the world. You know what I mean, like at that very moment.
Yeah, it was like rock and roll,
Jerry Springer
stuff.
You know, still had the top. You know what I mean, in between. Like
that's when reality TV was just starting to kick off, and that was a whole big, huge thing. And when that happened, like I said, a lot of people were still watching the Attitude Era, like people I was cool with. But after the Attitude Era, when it went into the ruthless aggression era, I think that's when they started to tune out. You know, especially when The Rock left, Stone Cold left. A lot of people stopped watching. And so yeah, once in even me, I was intermittently in and out of it. What's name? Because like I said, then I had nobody. I told you, I had nobody to talk wrestling about. Like nobody watched wrestling. I was the only person who did. And it was like to the point where it's like, you still watch that?
Like, Chris, be honest too. Around that era, we can both agree that's when the women, you know, really became very attraction. Like,
wait, to my Attitude Era?
Yeah, well, no, the ruthless aggression era.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. Like still watching, but then be like,
I'm still watching. You mean I'm not going to watch a show that has Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler?
Yeah, making out every other segment.
And Trish Stratus.
Oh man, no, that was good times though. Really good time.
All right, gentlemen, much love to you, but I have to hit the road.
All right, beloved. safe travels. That was indeed. That was Mr. Moyo Fit Chris Wilson rolling out for the evening. Before we roll out, because I know we're already approaching the 1 hour mark. Anything over the week, caught your ears, your eye?
Just that the Dark Side of the Ring season 6 was announced.
Yeah,
and there was some interesting topics. I know I saw Hell in the Cell. I saw Tony Atlas. I saw like the life story of Daphne, which was pretty cool. I'm trying to think of what else. There were some wild topics that I know I'm gonna be tuning in for because they're pretty interesting. Real quick, I think I took a picture of it, so hold on one second.
Yeah, I was about to pull it up.
We got Hell in the Cell, Big Van Vader, Tony Atlas, Billy Jack Hayes, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, which I'm wondering if they'll go on the ECW and stuff with Eddie Gilbert. Superstar Billy Graham, Daphne, the original Sheik, and one that's going to be batshit crazy is Muhammad. What's his name?
Hassan.
That is going to be crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what this how this new season going to be, as far as like everyone that they've spoken to to tell these stories. So
because I remember hearing stories when like Muhammad was big in WWE, like some people, like some arenas, and genuinely thought he was a terrorist.
Yeah,
like I know there are people like trying to beat him up and stuff, and like wouldn't let him bring like bags in. Like I know life was hard for him playing that role in the mid 2000s, fresh after 9/11 and stuff. So
yes, that's always something about McMahon when there's like a big worldwide issue going on. Like he always attempts to try, to capitalize on situations. Like
yeah. Remember during the finals he had Team Lakers versus Team Celtics and stuff. So cringy.
Yeah. It's like it's crazy. Like, I don't know why he did that, but we moved on from there.
Yeah, maybe when the season comes out and stuff, like we'll do a weekly discussion about the episode and stuff.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. I like that. I really ain't got too much.
Just the only thing I know, I won't be doing it, but are you going to be going live tomorrow after the show?
Still up in the air.
Okay.
Gotta speak with everyone else. See if Mr. Rich may want to participate in doing.
I know he said yeah, but we gotta touch base and see if he's definitely in.
Right. So yes, I'll talk with everyone, and as well as keeping everybody posted on whether we do a post show after tomorrow night's event. We'll love to, since it is at a decent time as opposed to running on into like 12 midnight, unless somehow they just end up going that way. Like, wait, we got a 6-hour show. Like, I doubt that, but yeah. So that's the possible move, us doing a Still Steps post show. So for those interested, check into our social media platforms for more details and development as far as doing the post show for tomorrow night's Royal Rumble event. So all right, Joe, we are at the 1 hour and 4 minute mark. Man, I actually like these 9 o'clock starts even more.
Yeah, I mean we stay on point and we get to the topics that are important at hand.
Right. Before we do go, just a couple of takeaways from tonight's episode of SmackDown. Again, we were just talking about Damian Priest. Looks like there's the build up between him and Jacob Fatu, so it looks like we're going to have more to come with that. As at this very moment, we got Andrade and The Miz going on in the ring. Shout out to them with the Angry Orchard canvas. Did you see that tonight? Very blue.
The canvases have been up and down for me. I like the one they had. I think it was on Raw. That was a pretty good canvas, but overall, it's been up and down for me.
Yeah, you talking about the black canvas?
Yeah.
Yeah, the black canvas is cool. Yeah, this one, I'm like, damn. I was like, this is a mighty blue ring mat we got here. Mighty blue. It's like, nah. But all right, we're gonna get on out of here. Get ready for tomorrow. Check this event out and just enjoy the weekend. It's been a long week. Definitely been a long evening for us, in the tri-state area. Again, our prayers to everyone out in the Northeast Philly area. We are thinking of you, and you just go have our continued prayers out, to everyone with the unfortunate tragedy that took place this evening. So other than that, till next Friday with the Turnbuckle Talk. This was Still Steps, powered by All Authentic Talk Sports Network. Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moya Fit Chris Wilson. I am Politic and Hawk. Again, stay tuned for more details of development on our social media platforms in regard to possible post-show after tomorrow night's I'm about to say Monday Night Raw. Tomorrow night's Royal Rumble. And we are out of here. I'm tired. Brother tired. Holla at y'all.